for breakfast or snack.
For two generations of kids, Saturday morning cartoons became a hallowed ground and tradition for getting up early, getting your favorite sugary cereal, and plopping down in front of the TV for 3 to 5 hours until your parents told you to shut it off. But, like all good things, it came to an end. In this video, I'll go over a brief history of Saturday morning cartoons and the many reasons it left the airwaves forever. I'm Professor History, and this is History in 8 Minutes or Less. If you need to, pause and I'll wait for you while you get your favorite cereal and pour the milk in. Because it's time. Advertisers and networks realized in the 1960s that Saturday mornings were a new market after rerun cartoons from movie theaters made their way onto TV with big success. Primetime cartoons such as the Flintstones and Looney Tunes would soon make their way to Saturday mornings as well. Why not? Kids were already used to getting up early all week from school. Their biological clocks were already set, and most of them would be looking for something to watch on Saturday mornings. In time, it just wasn't cartoons. Live-action shows such as Shazam, Isis, The Croft Superstars, and Land of the Lost also found a niche on Saturday mornings, as well as repackaged Japanese cartoons for the American market. Some even elicited some controversy among parents.
Magician, thief, cavalier, and acrobat.
Saturday mornings became a big business for both networks and advertisers, not to mention any toys, merchandise, and foreign syndication deals. The 1960s gave us shows such as Adam Ant, Top Cat, and programs that debuted in primetime and eventually moved to Saturday mornings. By the 1970s, Saturday morning cartoons were a big hit. Super Friends, one of the many shows by Hanna-Barbera, would show its dominance for over a decade. Scooby-Doo, wouldn't you know it, also by Hanna-Barbera. Not only super successful, but led to a spin-off of various shows such as Laugh Olympics. And who could forget another Hanna-Barbera gem, the Wacky Races.
Wheels in the Wacky Races, competing for the title of the world's wackiest racer.
But all was not calm in Cartoonland. Children's advocate groups were concerned about the impact all these cartoons mixed with advertising would have on our young, fragile minds. Saturday morning was in peril and a compromise was made. Educational content would be incorporated immediately. Schoolhouse Rock was born on ABC, and aren't we glad it was? Similar content was created across the spectrum, including the lesson of today's show and safety tips. Yeah, like Superman really knows about kitchen safety. Saturday mornings were smooth sailing again through the 1970s, led mostly by animation powerhouses Hanna-Barbera and Filmation. Soon the 1980s were upon us, and it was business as usual for programs and advertising, kicked off by the unlikeliest of shows, those little blue creatures called Smurfs.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends, Iceman and Firestar.
Cartoon viewership began to dip a little, which brings us to our first reason: new technology. Video games. Not only at the arcades, but now at home with the Atari, ColecoVision, and later the Nintendo Entertainment System. Add on to that the invention of VHS players. I'm not saying this killed cartoons, but it gave kids more options on Saturday mornings. Let's get right into the next reason. Cartoons were now available when kids got home from school Monday through Friday. Shows like He-Man, Thundercats, Transformers, Inspector Gadget, and G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained special
Hell,
force.
they were effective.
To defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
Next, cable television. Networks such as Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and the Disney Channel were all creating content that was shown 7 days a week. More options for that electronic babysitter, I mean television set. And if that wasn't enough, the government was ready to regulate again with the Children's Television Act of 1990. In short, advertising was cut by 3 minutes every half hour. This meant less revenue, and it took more money to produce a longer show. By this point, the big three networks were joined by the WB and Fox on Saturday mornings. But now they had to include a huge amount of education in their programming. It led to many nature shows and less cartoons. By 1996, the government began aggressively enforcing this. Networks realized they could save a lot of money by creating live-action shows, putting on college football, news programs, licensing out their time slots to cable channels showing reruns, and the frightening land of infomercials. With the dawn of the internet, the sun would set on the glory known as Saturday morning cartoons. Kids today will never know the excitement and anticipation of waiting for your favorite cartoons to come on every Saturday morning. Everything is at their fingertips now, 24/7. But for me, I think we were lucky. What a great time to be a kid. If you liked our video, please hit subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.